Welcome into 5-Day Crypto. My name is Chase. I'm a level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today we're going to look at FETCH.AI. So this is my altcoin pick of the day. We're going to cover this. We're going to look at the high side, the low side, what to expect in the macro scale and the short scale. We're going to zoom in and see what to expect as Bitcoin does what it does. So if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want more help navigating these markets, want more content, and access to our private alerts group where we stay updated on everything in the market every day, a lot of extra stuff there, consider joining our Patreon group. You get access there. It's linked below. So let's get right to it. The weekly chart. So the macro scale here. What are we looking at for Fetch? Right? Really like textbook breakout. Really a strong looking chart. If you're in Fetch at all, right? Hopefully you got in somewhere down in this area. First started talking about this to my private group right back in this area around Fetch was at under 20 cents. Great times ahead for Fetch. Even if you're buying here, I think you're going to be rescued even if you buy the tippy top local, right? How high could we go? We're going to get to also the fib extension levels to see what to watch for in the long term and the short term. So buying down here, great idea. However, like look at these tops here, right? This local top, you see in this zone. What we do, we break this zone and then we have what's called we ran into resistance or our highs over here. Right? And then we have what's called a throwback, which is a simple bullish retest of the level you just broke, right? You see that? And then when you do that and hold conveniently at the 21-week EMA, the yellow line, if there's enough yellow here, right? We can zoom in. Then you're going to, rocket ship, right? That's the slingshot mode. And you're seeing that as we speak. But guess what happens? Usually you're going to get another bullish retest after you break all-time highs, right? Look at this move. Right? Boom, boom. And what do you see here, right? This move here, similar to this move here. We broke local highs here, broke through, bullish retest, and then catapult again. Break through, bullish retest, and then catapult again. This is how you climb up the stairs in a bull run, and you can just continue that move forever if you remain healthy like this. This is setting up a perfect bull flag right into underside resistance, flip it, break it to support, right? We're looking for a throwback here anywhere between 110 to 90 cents. You don't want to get too greedy, right? Let's remove all this, clean it up a bit, because look at all these high wicks, right? So 120 and the high closes, right? If you want to look at closing prices, put on a line chart and then it makes it real simple. So 90 cents is the high close back here, but $1.20 is the high wick. So sometimes those can get front run and it doesn't always go to the close. So if you just want to make it at the close, right, it's there right around 90 cents, right? But I like zones better because you want to include wicks and closes. So that's why I oftentimes paint zones instead of just one certain line. Because anytime you're in this zone, if you're wanting to buy more Fetch, you buy more Fetch when it comes here. If it's above it, you're just waiting patiently. It might go to $2 before it comes back. But we have some tools to maybe help us navigate where it potentially could come back. So let's do just that, right? Fibonacci extension levels, right? So let's look at it. We take our high wick here, right? Our local swing high. Hold down control for magnet mode, swing low, right? And you can see that our 1618 is now been breached already. Now we haven't closed. We still have 3 days, so we might end up holding resistance there. Okay, so if we do, then look for that throwback to around $1.90 level, somewhere in there. However, we have another high target. If we, close above here, right, there's our next local spot. Or, right, we could zoom in a little bit, right, to say maybe that's too much for us, right? I agree. Let's go to the daily and look for a shorter term target, right? We'll just wait for TradingView to be a little less dumb, right? So here we go from a high wick again, right? Hold down control and you get magnet whips. Let's have fib on, bud. Okay. So there we go. Now fib swing high to swing low. And you can see our 2618 is at $1.40, which coincidentally we're right at right now. But let's make sure you got it, right? You want to make sure these are precise, okay? So to do that, while I was holding down, if you hold down control on your keyboard, it flips as what's called magnet mode. You can see it. I know you can't see my chart, but if I hold it down, right, see that? So you can just hold down control. You can see that pop out on the left there, right? And then it'll just automatically go exactly to the wicks. So you can see if you don't do that, you could just be a little bit off. So actually the target for the 2618 is just above at 165, right? So that's what you want to be careful of when you're doing fibs, right? You don't want to dilly-dally around and eyeball it. You want it close. So use magnet mode when you're drawing fibs. Draw wick to wick, high to low. So that's the daily. Next target, 165 for fetch. Okay, we could easily go there before it cools down. Easily. Okay, if otherwise, right, we're looking for maybe this to back test and read, right? If it doesn't, there's that $1.05, right? So instead of waiting for 90 cents and you're being too greedy, or $1 and you're being too greedy, how about the 1618 at $1.05? Seems like a good spot to me. Might actually be at the 21 day, okay? Now let's remove all these again. If you're still with me, go back out to the weekly scale, and then let's do our macro scale. Like, where could fetch potentially go in the macro, like towards the end of the bull run? Like, what's our good starting point for our local kind of maybe bull top, right? So let's do that. Swing low, right? Remember magnet mode. So this is what we've talked about in previous fetch videos. 830. That's a good starting spot. Does that mean it has to top out there and it can't go higher? Of course not. But the 2618 is a little bit too high, right? $200 unlikely, right? If you're like, I wonder how much percent that is. What would that do? What could that potentially do? That's be like 15,000, 14,000%. Not unheard of, but guess what? We haven't just started, right? You have to take the measured moves from the bottom, right? And usually it's about like the best one last cycle for like major market cap was Matic. It was like over 23,000%. If you see that move, right? Just look at the moves, right? This is about the 1618. I mean, that's 16,000, 20,000%. Takes you double digits. We get over $10, $11, right? That's still a 10x from here, right? Don't be too greedy, right? 36,000%, or excuse me, 366,000%. Now you're being too greedy, right? Don't be stupid, right? If we're going up there, no. We're not going up there this cycle, right? Do the market cap calculation on that, and it's like now it's overtaking Bitcoin. Okay, so let's pump the brakes on that. So you want to watch for that in the rest of the cycle. If someone's calling for a meme coin to hit $1 trillion market cap, like obviously, right? So we cover everything. Follow us, like, subscribe if you haven't already on X as well. You can find me there. Throw out a little bit extra stuff. But you know, the Telegram group is where you're going to get the most bang for the buck, or here on YouTube's. Appreciate you watching this long if you have. Let's get to our quote of the day. Then we'll do our card of the day. Quote of the day by Marcus Aurelius: "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Amazing how wise those people were, right? All right, card of the day. We have a spiker. Maybe you've never heard of this. It's pretty interesting car and pretty striking in person. It's kind of batshit crazy. Yellow interior, crazy windows, crazy doors, crazy amounts of steel. These are all like actual steel. It's not BS, ABS plastic. Steel on this. Amazing looking car. 2007. I mean, that is probably ahead of its time. Looks a little Aston Martin-esque in the front. But this is amazing to look at. The interior is even crazier than the outside. The inside is nuts. I think I got some picture somewhere. Maybe I'll throw that up at some point. But hopefully you are having a great day. Happy Thursday. We'll talk to you on the next one. And the room, the sign, the shirt are still blue. Even my microphone, blue.